Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk to you about 2025. If you want it to be, this can be the year that you redefine your life, step into your power, and create the reality that you have been dreaming of. So right now, you have the choice. Do you want to let life happen to you for another year? Or do you plan to design 2025 with true intention? So stay with me, because by the end of this video, if you want to create the best year you've ever had, you'll have 3 simple steps to take for this new year to make everything change. So first of all, I don't know about all of you, but for me, 2024 has just been a crazy year. For me, it was a year of a lot of different things coming to the surface. I would put it that way. A lot of processing old issues and a lot of shadow work, that kind of stuff. I would just say it was a lot of good happened in my life, a lot of great things happened, but it was just a year of a lot of things coming to the surface. I had a lot of issues, a lot of medical issues come to the surface, a lot of issues with friends and family come to the surface. And again, it was all for the best because I was able to resolve all those issues, but it wasn't easy. And so when I look back on 2024, honestly, I'm excited for 2025 because 2024 has just been, for me, this really dense, difficult year. Plus here in the US, it was of course an election year, so it just feels like things were more polarized and more difficult than usual. So let's start by reflecting where you are right now. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what were the biggest lessons that you learned in 2024? And also think about what worked well and what did not. So the key here is we don't want to judge ourselves, but we do want to observe and be honest about what went well and what not so much. Because maybe you've been holding yourself back in certain ways because of fear, procrastination, or limiting beliefs. But that's okay, we're all human. This happens to the best of us. But in 2025, we can make a conscious decision to choose differently. So let's release that old story that we have and create a brand new one for this new year. So another theme for me in 2024 was this theme of limiting beliefs. Along with a lot of things coming to the surface for me, I just found that 2024 was a time where so many of my limiting beliefs came into the light to be dealt with, resolved, and healed. So I'm very grateful for that. But at the same time, that's not a fun process. It's not a fun process having to work through all those limiting beliefs, but I've been very lucky that I have just a great support community, friends, family, and others in the spiritual space and in the YouTube community that have helped me sort of process a lot of that and work through it. But so for me going into 2025, one thing I'm really excited about is it feels to me, my intuition tells me that a lot of that old sort of baggage that I've been carrying, I'm going to leave behind in 2024. I've dealt with it and it's time to move forward. So my question for you is, going forward in 2025, to redefine your life, what is that new vision of what you want? So what does an ideal day look like for you in 2025? How do you envision yourself waking up every morning? And who are you surrounded by? Like, what work are you doing? And you want to write this down. And this is something I've done already in preparation for 2025. I'm trying to be really conscious about this year. And so I've spent some time really thinking deeply about, where do I see myself? What does a day look like for me in 2025? How am I making money? Who am I spending my time with? And my goal now going into 2025 is to embody this vision more and more. So some of my goals are obviously to keep growing this YouTube channel, focus on other social media platforms and get those going as well. Because honestly, this year I've been so focused on YouTube, I need to get more into Instagram, maybe X, other things. But take a moment to really think about where you are now and what your new vision is for 2025. So now that you have this vision, I would encourage you to start taking action now. You don't have to wait until January 1st. Start redefining your life today. And here are 3 powerful steps that you can take right now. The first one is this: just set one very clear and specific goal for January. So taking into account this new vision of yourself, this new version of yourself for 2025, what is just one single goal that you can accomplish in that first month of January that will get you even closer to that new you? Make it very specific and achievable. The second thing you can do is adopt one new empowering habit. Maybe like me, like one thing I want to do is I love to read, but with all the time I've been spending on my business and other things, I just haven't really been reading. I used to read books all the time, and it's been a while. So one thing I want to implement going forward is start reading one book a week again. I mean, these aren't super long books, but get into that habit of just reading a little bit, maybe in the evening, before I go to bed every night. So think of one new empowering belief, something small but impactful. It could be something that's 5-10 minutes a day or even less. Something that you're going to implement, which again is going to move you in that direction of the new you. And then finally, this is the easy one. Right now, decide on one thing that you're going to leave behind in 2024. So for me, like I said, a lot of these limiting beliefs, I've done a lot of inner work on that stuff. Those are staying behind in 2024. I'm moving forward with a new, more empowered version of myself, and I don't need that old baggage. I've dealt with it. That can stay in 2024. So my question to you is, what is your version of that? What are the issues or relationships or even people? Unfortunately, that's a reality. What are the issues or people or whatever situations that you want to leave behind in 2024 because they no longer serve you? So I'm super excited to start 2025. Honestly, 2024 has been a really difficult year, and I feel like collectively, it was this year in which so many issues in the collective came to the surface, and then for me at a personal level as well, that it's been a very heavy, dense, difficult year in a lot of ways. So honestly, I sort of feel like good riddance. Let's move on. I'm ready for a fresh start in 2025. I feel like this year is going to be very empowering. I feel like we're moving toward a new, more positive future. I'm very excited about it. And so for 2025, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let any doubts or perceived shortcomings or limiting beliefs hold you back from achieving your highest potential in 2025. Remember, you're powerful, you are capable, and everything you need is already within you. So start today. Start reflecting on where you're at this year, what you want to create in 2025, and start taking action. And then imagine, this is fun, imagine where you will be a year from now, looking back on this moment, assuming you take action and take those first steps forward. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.